wedding party beautiful?
There is nothing beautiful about an operation.
Operation?
This is a happiness transplant. They're removing it from the groom and giving it to the bride.
He looks very happy to me.
That's the bride's father. The groom's over there banging his head against the table.
Why don't you just dry up?
Hey, look, just because we got stuck on the same cake, don't get any ideas that I'm a groom or anything. I wanted to be a cowboy or an astronaut on a birthday cake.
What's wrong with being a groom?
It's for sissies.
Stop complaining.
Why are you so mad?
Well, for starters, when the minister said I now pronounce you man and wife, you didn't have to go.
Lighten up, would you? In a minute, they're going to sing, "The bride cuts the cake," and she's going to take a bite out of you, and he's going to take a bite out of me, and it'll all be over.
They don't eat us.
Sure they do.
Don't.
Do.
Don't.
Do.
My mother warned me about men like you.
Yeah, well, you should have listened to her, because somebody's going to eat us.
No, they don't. They put the whole top of the cake in the freezer, and they take us out on their anniversary.
In the freezer?
Well, you'll probably be a lot colder than me.
How come?
Women have an extra layer of fat that keeps them warm.
Yeah, I got to tell you, I like how yours is attached.
Thank you. Excuse me, just what do you think you're doing?
Come on, you're not going to keep that layer of fat all to yourself, are you?
Let's get something straight, Buster. I don't believe in premarital fat sharing.
You mean no, unless we're,
You got it, Ace.
Well, I guess we're just going to have to...
Oh, darling, I thought you'd never ask.
I did follow you this morning. I've been checking up on you. I always know where you are. I never wanted to let you go, but...
But what? Jill?
You started scaring me with all this conspiracy stuff. And when you go off your treatment, there's no getting through to you. You think the world is out to get you. And you disappear in this illusion in your mind.
Why bother to look for me now?
Isn't it obvious? Benjamin, I love you. I have always loved you.
I'll always love you, Jill. I think about you every day. I had to vanish. It became too dangerous for you to be seen with me. If anything had happened to you because of me...
Benjamin, please. Just wrap your arms around me.
Oh, I forgot how good it felt to have you close to me. God, I miss you. But please understand, you can't help me. Not with this.
How about we relive that first night on the dunes? Benjamin, could you please put that thing away? You know how much I hate guns.
The hell? What are you doing here?
Ben, put that thing down!
What is that? I'm stupid? Trying to get me to put the gun away and he shows up? Are you kidding me?
Aren't you Russ Pennywise?
Yes.
Look, I recognize the uniform.
Well, yes, I wear it to my seminars. As a matter of fact, I just came from one. Hello? Hello?
I'm Betty Ball. Do you remember me from Trans Global Airlines?
No.
Dinners in Rome and Paris?
I've had hundreds of dinners in those places.
Maybe she means Rome, New York, or Paris, Texas. You might remember me. Marge. Schneckenberger. I'm the one who walked with you along the Seine in Paris, France.
And to think I entertained the thought of living with you.
Oh, what's up with this place anyway? They had a lunch break.
Well, Marge and I have been waiting a while and catching up on old times.
Well, it better not take too long. I have another seminar this afternoon. In fact, since I retired, I've been wearing this uniform more now than when I flew. You say you both know me?
Yes.
Mrs. Habib, where have you been, my dear? Your daddy and I have been crazy with fear.
I've been here where it's safe.
Miriam's never done anything like this before. Never stayed out all night or run around with anyone. She's an A student. She is. All A's. Something must have really bothered her.
I used the toilet down the hall. Nothing happened there. I can go there, Mom. I can go there.
Sure, darling. You can come home now.
I can't.
It's summer vacation.
It's the last day of school.
Forget it. You have to pack. Mrs. Habib, what's going on at home?
We're going on our trip in 2 days.
I'm not going.
You are 14 years old. You'll do as your mother and father say. It's our lovely family trip.
Is there a problem? Can I help?
This is a family matter between Miriam and me and her father.
Why doesn't Miriam want to go on your lovely family trip?
Because it's not a lovely family trip.
Something's not good.
Say nothing more to nobody else. It's no one else's business.
I'm concerned. What are you going to do there?
It's no one else's business.
It may be.
If Mrs. Jones knew what happened to Susan,
Fatima,
she wouldn't let me go.
she can't do anything to stop us.
Susan Habib. That means familiar.
Say nothing more about Fatima. It was an accident.
Susan Habib was your sister? I remember reading her story in the paper.
I am not going to walk out of the village with anyone. I know it's not a toilet you'd be taking me to. Anyway, who needs someone to go to the toilet with? It's not like going at the mall with my friends.
She does everyone. She's respected.
She wants to kill me.
Don't be hysterical.
What's this about killing?
It's not.
So what is it?
Yes, please.
To prevent promiscuity.
Without anesthesia?
To get you ready for marriage.
With a razor blade. A dirty razor blade. Betcha she used the same one on Susan 8 years ago.
So your husband...
Will she sew me up with thorns from the bush in our ancestral yard in Somalia? You said that. I heard you bragging about it. Like my sister?
We'll snip you open at sunrise. How beautiful!
I don't die from bleeding or infection.
It's a dirty old world that we live in, with the dirty old men and the dirty little minds. You know what they're thinking. You're a pretty young thing, just ripe for picking. off the dirty old streets in this dirty old city. But oh, where is that knight in shining armor, riding on a white horse, slaying dragons? Hotel Belvedere, there's a boy who's working there as a bellhop on the night shift, killing time. And he'll find you on the streets when you're a million miles from home, and he'll take you in and keep you warm and dry. But a bellhop ain't no nice, and a flea bag ain't no castle, but he'll save you from the dragons in your mind. Oh, he's gonna be alright at the Hotel Belvedere. And oh, he's gonna let you spend the night with him at the Hotel Belvedere. 'Cause you're a pretty young thing, right for picking.
You come here a lot? I haven't seen you here before.
Oh, I'm usually here earlier in the day. I had a doctor's appointment today, so I'm late.
I'm usually over there near that statue, feeding the pigeons, but today, these guys look a little hungry.
Probably waiting for me. I like to keep them well fed.
Looking at the condition of that statue over there, looks like we've both been overfeeding them. Well, I do believe that if you strap a little message around those legs, that it would be the precursor to today's instant messenger. Why, it'll be the original tweeter.
I like pigeons. They keep their distance. Say that's the 640.
Yes, it is.
I took that train home from Manhattan every day, 23 years.
You did?
Uh-huh.
So did I.
Really? No kidding.
I worked in Manhattan all my life. That was some commute. Boy, I really don't miss it much.
It was a long commute, it was. But it didn't matter, rain or shine. Had to go, huh? Had to be there. It wasn't so bad. Had plenty of time to read, think, people watch.
No?
There was this girl, a young woman actually. She was a looker. Red hair, short and a kind of a flip. Always sat apart from me, a little up. Always reading her fashion magazine. Beautiful eyes. I always wanted to ask her out or talk to her or something. Well, she was young and beautiful. There must have been 1,000 young fellas trying to talk to her. Anyway, nothing ventured, nothing lost. Anyway, I'm not commuting anymore. You?
Me? I worked for 20 years in Manhattan. I took that 640 every evening. You know something? I know what you mean about that woman. there was this man, ooh, I had my eye on him. You know, we sat in the same seat and a little up from me. He always read the paper from front to back. He was so well dressed, about your height. He was so dashing. My idea of the perfect man. How I wished that he would have come over and said something to me, or I would have found some excuse to talk to him. Oh, he looked my way often enough, sure did. You know something? He never did come home.
Please, Mr. Bernard, I won't do it again, I promise!
I know you won't go do it again because I'm going to make sure you don't.
But I'm only a kid!
You're a delinquent. You need to be taught a lesson. So you know what I'm going to do?
What are you going to do?
I'm going to keep this ball.
But it's my ball!
Yep. I'm keeping it as evidence. And if you come in my yard again, I'll arrest you. Now, what's your name?
Wendell.
Wendell what?
Wendell Borders.
Wendell Borders. And you live in that foster home or down the street?
Yeah.
And what are you doing fooling around on my side of the block?
Playing.
Playing? In my alley?
It's not only your alley.
It's my house, ain't it?
Yeah.
In my yard, right?
Uh-huh.
And your yard don't run along this alleyway, does it?
No, my house doesn't have a yard at all.
Well, how many kids live in that home with you?
7.
7 kids. And how many foster mothers?
1.
Well, what would your mother think if she knew that you were trampling on my flowers?
I wasn't trampling on your flowers.
And what if she knew I had to file a police report?
She wouldn't like it.
Did your mother tell you to play here?
No.
Well, where did she tell you to play?
Nowhere, just out.
Well, why don't you play in the street?
There's too many cars.
Well, that never stopped me. We didn't have yards. When I was a kid, we always used to play in the street.
I don't think you ever were a kid.
What did you say? You got a smart mouth. I'm gonna come out there and wash it out with soap.
What is all this screaming about going around now? What are you giving this boy a hard time?
Mind your own business.
Ah, this is my alley. This is my business. What are you terrifying the boy for? What is the matter?
He's a menace.
He's not a menace.
Stealing my tomatoes.
I wasn't stealing.
He was a good boy.
And trampling on my flowers?
Wendell, what happened?
He took my ball and he won't give it back.
Mr. Bernhardt, will you please give the boy his ball back?
Mind your own business, Rojas.
Give the boy back his ball.
Look, we never had a trouble before, but stick your nose into this and...
Whoa! Are you threatening me?
No, that's a promise.
6 years I have lived next door here, and you never say good morning. I asked for sugar once, and you slammed the door in my face.
I was out.
You were home.
I was out of sugar.
You know what you are? You are nothing but a mean old man. You forgot what it's like to be young.
Give it another week. You'll forget too.
You get that boy back his ball.
Come and take it if you like.
Please, Mr. Bernard, I gotta go home.
Hey, go home and don't come back. If I catch you in my yard again, you know what I'll do? I'm gonna cut this ball into stinking pieces.
You will do no such thing.
You want to see me? Go ahead. Damn it.